What's up, YouTube? We're here, and this is a video we wanted to make because if you're like us, Halloween starts early, and you got to start planning early. And if you want to come to SoCal, I would say SoCal is probably number one when it comes to Halloween events. I mean, there's some other places that have some really
other places, but
like for the variety.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of variety because I've seen some events. I've seen some like crazy events in like other places that are like super like big and immersive. But like you know, for Southern California, you have all the way from San Diego all the way to like Valencia, like full of events. San Diego, you have Halloween Horror Nights. You have Not Scary Farm. You have Fright Fest. So a ton. So I think that's like. Even
but then you have all the stuff in between as well.
In between, yeah.
Yeah.
We're here to prepare you for Southern California's haunts. Now we're going to be talking about the haunts experienced last year and what you could possibly expect this year, because a lot of the times, not too much changes. Like, maybe you see those videos like how to prepare for Halloween Horror Nights. Yes, because you're going to definitely need to. So with that said, we should start off at what haunt should we start talking about first?
Do you remember what order? I feel like the first thing we...
Well,
it was...
Yeah. We went to a little thing. It was fun. There was
Zombie Joe's.
Zombie Joe's.
Zombie Joe's Underground Theater.
Yes.
It's a thing.
It was the very first thing.
For Kenny.
Yeah.
Kenny's first Zombie Joe.
Yeah, no, but that was also our first thing for a horror.
That was our first haunt
thing. And there was some people that were naked.
Yeah.
Guys and gals. And it was very dark. It was very unique.
It was the dark ride experience.
Yeah. It was an experience.
It was an experience.
Yeah. But yeah, that said, let's...
So the next thing!
Yeah, so the next thing. Why don't we just talk about... I guess we could talk about the granddaddy of them all. Not Scary Farm.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you know why? Because we literally went to like a lot of the openings. I'm like, if we go to Not Scary Farm early, that's a better time. Which I guess is a good way to transition. Yes. The first one we'll talk about is Not Scary Farm, and it's probably the oldest running theme park haunt in America. You go, there'll be a lot less people, so that's a pro tip right there. But with that said, it's every time you go, it just slaps. They hit. It feels. It's not like. It's more of an original Halloween. Like, what would you like?
It's very traditional. It's very nostalgic.
Yeah. You're not going to get too many IPs like you do in Halloween Horror Nights, but that's okay. And I think that's why a lot of people like it, because it's like original mazes. The scare zones will always be the same. You'll always have Ghost Town. You'll have now they have the Roaring Twenties and. The other one.
There's also something that you can do before that we didn't do last year, but there's something that you can get where it's like you get a buffet.
Yeah, you get the buffet.
It's really fun.
Yeah.
Like if you have the time, if you have like the extra dollars, it's really fun. You get to come early. There's a buffet. It's a really decent buffet. And there are scare actors kind of going around as you're eating. So think Chef Mickey's, but make it spooky.
Hey, there you go. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's another like way if you want to go and you want to get in early. It's always a good option. But I really like Not Scary Farm for like. I like that there aren't IPs.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that the haunted houses are very original, and then they're like the traditional ones, like the trick or treat.
Yeah.
House is pretty much always there.
Yeah.
I feel like, and their show.
Yeah.
The show that they did.
Nice. Yeah. It's like the circus. Yeah. So that was really cool, and yeah, you're gonna get more of a Halloween, just kind of like old school vibe with Not Scary Farm. Tons of mazes. It does fill up on the weekends, so we recommend going on a weekday.
100%.
Yeah, because there'll be less people, and on a weekday, when there's less people, you get a little bit more of the spacing out of the mazes. They're not going to put you there individually, but they're going to put you guys in smaller groups.
Yeah.
As opposed to sometimes, at Halloween Horror Nights when it's 4-hour wait or something like that, 2.5 hour wait. They just got to keep them going. So you will get a little bit of that space. But yeah, overall, like vibes and like set, it's like it's amazing. Like yeah, like.
And there's a lot of like other scare actors there that like, how do I explain this? The scare actors there, they make their characters their own.
Yes, yeah.
And so
they're very proud of it.
Very proud of it.
Yeah.
So they're very excited to scare. They're very excited to entertain. They're very excited to interact.
Yes.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
Which is fun. And it makes it a little more personable, in my opinion. Whereas when you go to, horror nights or something like that, like the characters are just jumping out and they're scaring you, right? They're doing their job, but these guys, they're going to be a little bit more.
Oh yeah, they've been waiting all year.
Yeah,
they've been waiting all year. They made their characters. A lot of them make their own costumes, and I'm like, I have a regular costume. I'm gonna make it better and stuff like that.
Yeah, they have like their own props, like their own little like signature.
Yeah,
thing.
But overall, it's probably like one of the top like
amusement parks ones for sure.
Yeah, like really good like foods. They have cool drinks. Not Scary Farm, well worth on the list. So
100%.
Yeah, and it, like I said, every year they bring it, so it's well worth it if you I would do that. So with that, any tips and tricks? Like I said, go on like the weekdays. Get there early. The buffet gets you there early. And that one, Knott's Berry Farm is it's great. Like I think if you go on a weekday or Saturday, you're gonna need a plan, and Saturday is gonna be a lot more full. It's gonna be a lot more kids, and like go on a weekday, less kids. All right.
You can save on parking by finding street parking.
Maybe, but you have to know where it is.
You have to know where it is.
Yeah, but but there we go. All right. So we went from that. Let's talk about. Let's do something more immersive. So next we'll talk about some other options. There is Reign of Terror. Reign of Terror probably got like our highest rated when it comes to like scares and like set design and just like I'm like last year I did all the haunts of this woman. I did them all, and it was amazing. And of all the haunts, she's never jumped out more than anywhere else than Reign of Terror. Reign of Terror.
So if you don't know what Reign of Terror is, it is a walkthrough. How long is it? Like
it's like 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
At least 30 minutes.
It's a straight walkthrough, like traditional maze, haunted house type thing, but they have so many animatronics. They have like crazy set design, scare actors. They have things popping up from the bottom, from the roof, ceilings, and I
like
just
floors moving and stuff like that.
Floors moving, like so many great special effects. And I remember that I was just getting so stressed out last year because I was like, I'm used to going through a maze and then coming out and having a breather. Yeah. And then doing another one and then coming out and having a breather. You're just straight walking through it, and I was like, I need a break. Yeah.
No, it's literally what you said. But basically, think about it like this. Think about going to every maze in Horror Nights back to back to back nonstop. All in one. So that's what's great. That's what's cool about it. But that's also like, well, you do that and you're like, well, what else do we do? But it's like basically you're going through every maze back to back without a break. And the thing that's also great about it is you go by with only your group. So if it's you and your date, just you two. If it's you and 4 people, I think the maximum is 6, and they break them up like no bigger than 6. And what
sorry, keep going. I was gonna say, don't they also?
Thank you.
Don't they also have that option of if you want to like stand off to the side and let
exactly, and that's another thing that they do. So they say, hey, if you catch up to somebody, then there's like, hey, let them get past you, and stuff like that. So that way you still like, it doesn't bottleneck and it doesn't have the thing where the person in front of you gets scared. Like it's kind of like golf. Golf is like played that way, where you catching up to the person and be like, hey, you kind of slow, and yeah. So that's another thing that they have, and that works out great. You can just be like, hey guys, we're just coming through, because sometimes people go and they're so slow and they're like, and they're taking a long time. So they just say, hey, if that's you, just go to the side and let them go ahead of you and stuff like that. And that way, when you're going through there, you're getting the scares all to yourselves. So like when it comes to like everything, it's the entire package. The only problem is it's just one big maze. Which is not like a problem.
It's not a problem. It's not a problem. It's just a little stressful.
But no, also like but
a good stressful.
Yeah, 100%.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's a good stressful. But then like you do the maze and you want more Halloween stuff.
Yeah, and then it's like then you're done.
Yeah, then you're done. So that's why they don't
have any like little outside things. I mean, like they have like a few photo ops.
Yeah, like actors and stuff, but like
like a little gift shop.
Yeah.
But you go through something like that is so much fun, that is hyping you up so much, and you kind of wish that there was kind of like a activity 2, activity 3 that you could do.
Like a cool restaurant,
maybe another little like mini walkthrough, or
just a scare zone or something like that. It's so good that you're just like, it's like you're at a really nice restaurant, you eat food and you're like, okay, go by. And you're like, oh man,
I wanted dessert.
Yeah, I wanted dessert.
I wanted happy hour.
So that's why we did this combo. We did Reign of Terror, and then we did something called the Haunted Soiree.
You need to do that.
Yes. And we did the timing, and that's why we did it too, because we just knew Reign of Terror is going to be awesome, but like, dang, we want more. Mm-hmm. And that's a good combo. Like,
great combo.
Great combo.
It was perfect.
Oh, perfect. Insert Homelander. It was perfect. Right? There you go. You use it there. So this Haunted Soiree, which I just got news today that it is coming back. I literally Instagram, they heard me talking. A Haunted Soiree.
It's so cool.
It's great. And that was one of Danny's first immersive experiences. Yeah,
like
I think
haunt-wise.
Yeah, right, because it might have been before Delusion, and it might have been before.
It was definitely before.
Yeah,
we saved Delusion and Creep for last.
Yeah, those were kind of like later on and stuff like that. So, and this thing is not like, there's not like mazes. No, I'm good. But like there's not like mazes. It's just basically like a elegant haunted Halloween party.
I mean, you walk up to the experience and it's a mansion, and you literally feel like you're about to join a house party.
Yeah, but like with vampires and like.
But you don't even know that until you get in, and then you see these characters walking around, and you're going, okay, and then they'll come up to you as this character, and they just start having a conversation with you. They have like something for you to interact with them with, like a little storytelling, or maybe you'll run into a character and all of a sudden they're going to take you into this secret, through this secret door, and they're going to give you a tarot reading, which happened to us. Yeah. And then, okay, this event's going to happen at this door over here, so now we're standing in line for something we don't know what it is. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and lots of cool shows. The dream would be to have the Haunted Soiree and
Reign of Terror combined. Yeah.
So you get to do this super big haunt, and then you go to the party afterwards or something like that.
Claim it.
Yeah. I think that's what just needs to be done. Like if you combine those two into one event, it would be perfect, because then it's like a big long thing. You get like the spooky maze, and then you get like this really cool
like maybe the maze itself tells the story.
Yeah, right.
And then you get to live it.
Yeah, but no,
cut that out. That's gonna be our idea.
Hey, there it is. Well, you're telling that to yourself.
Yeah.
All right, but the soiree.
But it was like that. It was also
like a Cirque show.
A Cirque show, exactly, and then like. Didn't we have like a card or something where we get with drinks? So you get to go to like a different bar and like try a different drink.
Yeah,
like,
specialty
in each bar.
drinks. Yeah.
It was just so much fun.
Yeah, it's basically like a dream Halloween party.
Yeah.
Like you would see in a movie, like just very extravagant. Like the characters are there.
Yes.
So it's really good if you go dressed fancy, or you dressed in a nice costume or something like that. It's great.
And the actors were so good.
Yes.
They were so good.
That's a unique experience. That I recommend, like a nice date. Yeah. Dab on them. There we go. But yeah, like a nice...
Sorry.
No worries. Yeah, like a nice date experience, or just like with a group. But there was a lot of couples there too. So yeah, it's very cool. It's very intimate, very spooky, very different vibe.
Just a different experience.
If
you're used to going to those traditional amusement park, amusement park haunts, or just your typical haunted house, this is a great opportunity to step outside of that and expand your horizons to something different.
Yeah, there's not going to be too much scary stuff. There
it
are
wasn't
little kind of
scary.
walk-through thingies, but it's not scary, but it's just like,
It's just fun.
It's fun.
It's fun, spooky
Yeah, it's like a
vibes.
ball. It's like, you're going to like a ball. Yeah, it was very good. So that's a good combo right there.
We'll be doing it again.
Yes, 100%. I got that, so yeah. And we can go to... I'm going to say, which actually was kind of one of my favorites, but for a unique reason, was Fright Fest. Fright Fest in Valencia, California, Six Flags Magic Mountain.
They did it.
Yeah, they did it. It was great. Yeah, right? And you know what? We didn't even talk about the cons, right? The pros or cons. Let's see. Let's give some pros for Not Scary Farm.
Pros are originality.
Originality. Tons of mazes.
Tons.
So there's a lot to do.
They have like how many houses? Like 11?
It's close to that.
Crazy
It's just like
that?
a huge number of mazes.
Yeah.
Lots of shows and attractions too. So it's so big that even on busy days, it's not that crazy busy. On a weekend, it will. But like if you're going on a weekday, there's so much to do that there is. It won't be too busy because there's so much.
Yeah.
Cons. I don't know. There's not much. I mean, like maybe if you're an IP person and you just want to like live through your movies, there's no IPs, but that's not really much of a con. I don't know too many cons for.
Yeah. I will say this about that. Or I will say this.
Yeah.
If you are a person who's coming to get very, very spooked, very, very scared, you are looking for those pop-out scares. You are looking for that intensity. Maybe not Scary Farm, because I think it's kind of like there are the pop-out scares, but I think it's kind of like a silly, goofy, fun.
Well, yeah, because like the maze people are having a lot of fun and stuff like that.
They're like cracking jokes, and
Yeah.
it's they're talking to you. Like sometimes it's not always scary when a scare actor is talking to you, but some people prefer that.
Yeah.
So.
And like a lot of times, like some people are like, oh, well, Halloween Horror Nights is just triggers and stuff like that. It's
And
triggers.
it is.
The triggers, but the triggers work a lot of the times. Like
If that is what you're looking for.
Yeah, for sure. No, but like for knots, for I know the cons for the Haunted Soiree, but it's not that big. But the only con for Reign of Terror.
We wish there was more.
They wish there was more. Like it's the best when it comes to scares.
It's so good.
Scares, intensity, set design, immaculate, and you go by yourselves. And that in the horror world is so good because there's not a conga line. There's not like a long line of people and that person just got scared. I'm walking up to that place where they jumped out and boom, I'm like, I just saw it. It's like getting spoiled.
Yeah.
Like this, you're just in your group and it makes such a huge difference when you're going in a maze, just your small group. Yeah, and it's like it's fun. Like with a group, maybe 4 or 5, like then all of a sudden, like no, you're going in the front, and then you have to have the person go in the front, and But the cons, it's just like there needs to be a lounge.
I wish it was more of an event.
Yeah, I did.
Rather than
A lounge,
walkthrough
have some
experience.
carnival rides or something like that. Man, if they put some carnival rides or a fair.
Yeah.
And yes.
Hit me up.
Yeah.
I know.
Right? They could put a fair in that parking lot somewhere or move it. That's all they need. Yes. The con, I would say, pros for the Haunted Soiree, very unique.
So unique. So well done.
Yeah, well done, immersive, fun, mysterious. The only con I would say, you get 2 hours.
Yeah.
That 2 hours goes by incredibly fast. And you like by the time you're like, oh yeah, and he's like, hey guys, sorry, you gotta go.
Yeah.
3 hours.
That was hard, and then
Yeah.
also I will say, even though I love the experience so much, I wish a few more parts of it was a little bit more cohesive. And what I mean by that is that there was a show that we saw.
Yeah.
That I was like, I don't know why we had to see that.
Yeah.
Even though like it was beautiful, it was wonderful, but I was like, I don't understand what this has anything to do with what's happening out there.
Yeah.
And so I felt like that there were just like times where I was like, I don't really know what's going on, but I love it.
Yeah.
But I wish I understood.
Or they could somehow met all the themes to make them connect or something like that.
Well, that's what I mean, like being a little bit more cohesive.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, for sure. Just make it 3 hours.
Yeah.
And just kind of tie all the stories. Like, oh, well, that's, this guy, and then like...
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. But I could just say it's just 2 hours, and I just remember it was like an hour and 40 minutes.
We felt very rushed. We were like, oh my God, we gotta...
Because it's such this beautiful, like, party and stuff like that. And it's big, yeah.
It's big.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, okay, that's that. Yeah, that's that. We talked about that. And I guess now we're going to talk about Six Flags. Six Flags Magic Mountain. Was great. They wanted to make it bigger this year, so with more mazes, even adding some IPs, a lot more scare zones and everything like that. And I'm gonna say I really enjoyed it. It's like Knott's Berry Farm, but almost there.
It's like Knott's Berry Farm's little brother.
Yeah, little brother, and they were like, oh man, I want to do as good as my big brother. Yeah. But like. Yeah, they did so much better, like a lot more stuff. And the reason I did really enjoy it, because we went on a weekday.
Yeah,
and it was awesome. We were going to the majority of the mazes by ourselves. And that's what makes mazes so awesome. So while some people would say, oh man, I didn't really like it, or like, whatever. We went on a weekday and we had a blast, and it was like our top rated. It was like, I'd say like...
Well, but we also went like earlier. I think we went in September, if I'm not mistaken, or like early October.
Yeah.
So we went when the actors were still fresh.
Yeah.
And it was a slow night, so they were obviously like very excited to step in when we were going through the maze.
Yeah.
Because even though like we would get like good pop-out scares, we still had some scare actors that like just wanted to interact with us like in a silly, funny way that I thought was actually really enjoyable, and I liked that.
Yeah. Well, because after you got like oh, someone's here, and you'd scared, and you're like, you were putting out a good vibe because you'd like and like laugh, and like they would laugh. Like I saw like they would scare her, and she'd go and like they would literally laugh and like get off the vibes of Daddy. They're like
I get scared. And then I laugh right after.
And I can laugh, and she's like, like encouraging all the scare actors. And like, like the scare actors like, oh, wow, thank you, She gets scared, it's like, that was awesome. And they're like, oh, thank you. Well, sometimes scare actors be like, oh, they get scared, like, oh, like people get mad or stuff like that. We get happy, and we're like, that was amazing. And they're like, oh, thank you.
Well, we both have been scare actors in our past, so I think it's very important to let them know
you're having a good time.
Good.
Yeah, they love it.
Like, hey, what you just did, it worked.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Keep doing
that. They're like, oh, thank you. But one of the best things about Six Flags was literally, I mean, it can't always be that way, but if you do go early, go on a weekday, just going through all those mazes by yourself it's a complete different experience. Because like even with Knott's, they don't space you out that much. Like Knott's would space you out just a bit, but like maybe it'd be like a group of 10 or 12 that would go in the maze at the same time. So it was kind of like a conga line, but not too much. But it wasn't straight up like Horror Nights, like, hey guys, keep moving, stop. Hey, what are you doing stopping? And you're like, oh, okay, geez, I'm sorry. So Knott's had a little bit more space, but Fright Fest was just like, oh man, we're going in this maze by ourselves.
Well, and also, and the park itself is so big.
It's massive.
It is so big, and there's so many houses that even if the park was super busy one night, you're still not gonna wait that long because it takes forever and a day just to get to the next one.
Yeah.
Which is not bad.
No.
You get your steps in and you get your scares in. Your steps in, your scares. That's what matters.
Exactly. Yeah. So
make it a t-shirt.
Hey, right? No, you do that if you're like a scare actor, right? But no, overall, it's good. The quality, you know, it's like I said, it's shy of Not Scary Farm. When it comes to set design and
I'm not a fan of the set design.
For Fright Fest?
Fest.
Yeah, I mean, some of them are really good. Some of them are, you know, like hit or miss. I do like the one where you had the different alternate paths and stuff like that, and like one you. So, yeah, when it comes to all that, when it comes to like scares and like set design, I would put it a little bit. I would put it below Not Scary Farm.
A little bit.
But yeah, I would put it below. I mean, like. Like I'm gonna say when it comes to the big three, you know, there's the big three. Like, well, they're mainly the only three. I guess they would be considered the big three. It would be like Halloween Horror Nights, Not Scary Farm, and Fright Fest.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, what they maybe lack in like some of the big set designs, like a lot of the talent is there. Like if you're going to the mazes by yourself, that's a plus. So yeah, scare zones are pretty cool. There's a good amount of them.
Yeah. I feel like in comparison to Not Scary Farm, I feel like Fright Fest scare zones lack a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it's so big.
Yeah.
And then they'll just have like a little area in the big space that is considered that scare zone. And in my opinion, I think that the scare zone actors are a little more
spread out,
relaxed.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you know, because it could be on the day, and like on days when it's like busy, you don't have that much time to relax. You know. And on the day we went, where there was less people, there's more kind of downtime. Yeah. So.
And I think it kind of bores the actors a little bit, but when you go through the mazes. You know, they're just excited that somebody's coming through, so they're like really popping out and they're really bringing it, and you know.
Yeah, for sure. So I would say the pros, it's not very busy.
It's not very busy.
Yeah, like
which
especially if you go on a weekday. So for the pros, I would say not very busy.
Yeah.
There's a lot to do, like with coasters, mazes, and so forth like that.
Lots of coasters.
Yeah. Cons, I would say the biggest con that I have is the ticketing system. It was very confusing. It was confusing so much where they have a thing where you have, like, we bought our ticket and we got there and they're like, oh yeah, this is for Fright Fest, but you don't have a ticket to the park. Right. So you had to buy a ticket to the park and also a ticket to Fright Fest, but there wasn't it was really confusing, but at the point where I had to call and fix something like that. I remember I'm like,
well, no, we got there and we were showing them our ticket, but they wouldn't let us in because we didn't have a ticket into the park.
Yes.
So you have the ticket for the event, but you also need a ticket into the park.
Yeah, so then we literally had to go to the booth. And it helps too, because then if you buy the ticket, and believe me, it was confusing. I mean, I buy all these haunt stuff and I know, but even I felt like I was dumb because it was a 2-part system, and I had to go find a can of Coke, and I'm just it should just honestly be
it should just
combo. Be hey,
I want to do this thing.
Yeah, because it's a weird thing where you can get in the park and not do any of the mazes.
Well, that was another thing too, was that you could go to the park that night, but then you're not attending Fright Fest.
No. So, which is kind of cool if you're trying to save money.
Yeah.
On a budget, like Halloween on a budget, and just hang around the scare zones and see spooky stuff.
I guess, yeah.
But just not go in the mazes. So yeah, other than that was mainly the cons for Fright Fest. But overall, very fun. I like it going on a weekday because I like going on mazes by myself. Way more scary. Okay, so with that, let's talk about an immersive event. We'll talk about Creep LA. Now, I haven't heard too much if they're bringing it back.
Oh, please bring it back.
But if they bring it back,
please.
That, I think, was my favorite.
That took the cake.
Yeah, of like the experience. Now, and if you guys are wondering what it is, or these other experiences, they're more like and that's one of the things too, where it's like you do these immersive experiences and you wish there was something else. You know, like as an overall thing, like it's very unique. It's not like a big giant maze. The best thing is it's like you're in a movie.
Yeah.
You're in this, and I remember the first time hearing about it, it sounded like it was going to be cringe, like you're an interactive play, and I'm like, I was so blown away by everybody's acting in these immersive events. Like you'd think it would be like, they'd be like, hey, what are you doing here? Like, like some teenagers or something like that. No, they're all amazing actors. It's all like, you go in there, and I'm the kind of person that I love going to these things. I get immersed. I get immersed when I play Resident Evil, so I know you were. So when you go in there, all of a sudden you're just kind of forgetting about the outside world. And as a ghost, just did that, talking about immersive events. Danny's like, what the heck?
What was that?
We're leaving it in there.
What was that?
Yeah. There we go. Maybe it'll show up in the video. Clang. But we talked about spooky.
What was that?
Probably the tongues. The tongues might have fallen off. Yeah, we have to finish this video. But it is like I remember hearing about it, but it's kind of like a movie, and you're in that world, and like the actors are doing so good. And what I actually liked about Creep LA, it did have a little bit of like some maze elements to it. Like when we went first, there was a few maze elements in the beginning when we walked through, and kind of a maze element towards the end, like the finale. But
well, and the experience itself is kind of based off of, I believe it's a show on ABC called Ghost.
Yes.
So it's essentially this show where all of these ghosts live in a mansion, and they tell their story. You learn their stories about how they died and what their past life was like, et cetera, et cetera. And that's what this experience essentially was. It wasn't based off of the characters that are in the show, but you are meeting characters throughout the experience, and you're learning about how they died, or you're learning about like them. You're watching a scene from them actually dying, and then what happens after, and then you go into the afterlife, and it just blew my mind.
Like the set design is just this house, and it's scary, and like audio and stuff, and like you're hearing it, like it's amazing. And that was Danny's first kind of really.
Well, we did Delusion first.
Yeah, I know, but that was your first year of doing really immersive haunts.
Yeah. Last year was my first. Yeah,
and I've been doing it for a few years, and I remember it being such a breath of fresh air. Yes. So if you're like from any state and you do all these haunts and all this stuff, highly recommend doing one immersive experience. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's 100% worth it because 100%. It's so unique and it's so different from your traditional jump and like spooky stuff. Yeah, it is. You're like in a movie. You feels like you're like you're part of the experience and stuff like that, because it's way more interactive. They talk to you, and it's not just like keep going, I want to let Danny talk about it because it was her first. It's like right.
Oh well, no,
right. I mean, like I just remember you coming out and be like, my world has changed. Like there's stuff like this, as opposed to like just going through a maze. Look at me, it disappeared. Yeah, I'm right here. I'm short. Yeah.
100%. I really love the experience because you're immersed the second you get there.
Yeah.
Right? Like the second you're walking up, you're immersed from the experience, or immersed into the experience, my bad. and it all made sense.
Yes. Yep. A
Going
cohesive
through
thing.
it,
Yeah.
it was a cohesive thing. There wasn't one moment where I was like, I don't understand what's going on. I feel like I can give details now since.
Yeah, and a lot of them, I think they change up every year. Like, there was the seance room, which was really cool. You did the seance, and stuff started coming out and happening, and like shaking and falling and stuff.
Yeah.
That was like intense, and yeah.
There was this one room that we went in, and it was like a teenage girl's bedroom. And
prom queen.
She was gonna be the prom queen, and she was so excited about it. And she's, talking about how excited she is, and she's gonna be going on a date with this guy that she's really excited about meeting, and blah blah blah. Oh no, he's not showing up. What's going on? And there's this moment where she's looking into a vanity, and she makes full-blown eye contact with me, and I was like, I got so nervous, and then she comes
intense.
up. She got really, really, really intense, and she came up to me and she was like, "Do you think I'm pretty?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do." And so you kind of see her go through this mental thing, and then she opens up her closet door, and then you just see this bright light, and you hear a car honking. You find out that she got hit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And it was stormy, and you hear the rain.
She was trying to get to prom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because her date ditched her.
Yeah.
And then she basically got thrown in a ditch.
Yeah. And like I said, we won't if we could go to detail, it would take forever. But the performances
from
the actors,
phenomenal.
Yeah, like that moment, like the moment with the old lady, and you're like, it's like goosebumps. It's phenomenal. But yes, we hope Creep LA comes back. Yeah. That was when it comes to immersive, and that would lead us into the next is Delusion. Also another immersive haunt experience. It's great to go with a group of friends. I would say, get yourself a group of friends, 5, 6, because then it's also immersive, and you get selected to do things and so forth like that. And I think after that, pick me for everything. Oh, we need someone to go in the dungeon. Pick me. Oh, we need someone to.
Nobody would pick me.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's making me agitated.
Yeah, I think you got.
I'm please let me sacrifice myself.
Yeah, right. So that's the thing too. Like Delusion's also, I think Delusion is the grandfather of the immersive experience and so forth like that. Yeah. And man, I just every time I play it, it feels like I'm in a Resident Evil game or some kind of just video game, because the sound, the design, they're not jumping at it, but it's intense, and I love getting into it. I can forget the world I'm into and just, I'm in this now. This is where I am.
100%.
Hey, you have to crawl, we have to get through, Lady Victoria could see us, and you see her in the window, so you have to crawl, and I'm in it.
Yeah.
You have to hide, and you'll see just the creepy characters come out, and you're hiding under a sheet or under the bed or something like that. But Delusions also is when it comes to that top tier, and I'm and me and Dan, we're cut from the same cloth, because we love all the spooky stuff, don't get us wrong, but when you can get something that's immersive and it feels like they're interacting with you, and it's just different, and it's not pushing you, hey, okay guys, we got to keep moving, there's there's barely anything to break. And like I said, my immersion, right when we say that in the stream world, you're immersed in this world for about an hour, for 45 minutes to an hour, you're immersed, and it's a story, and it's intense, and it's
amazing.
Yeah, right. And that was Danny's first, and the area that's in, it was in this big Victorian house,
gorgeous,
and there's fog, and it just, if you were to go into that house in the middle of the night, you would be terrified. It was this gorgeous Victorian house, amazing.
Yeah.
And it's really cool.
And they have drinks and snacks.
Yeah.
Outside while you wait.
Yeah. And some people have said it wasn't as good, and I've been going there for about 4 or 5 years, and I would say that the previous years before, there was more happening before.
Right,
So,
I
and I think that to me is like perfect because like Creep LA didn't have that. It's like, hey, you did it and you're gone. Like before, in Delusions, you know, the actors would be in the front and like, hey, let me show you this, and like it would go to the story, and then if you left, they would interact with you about how the experience went.
But didn't they also go on like a
but even though,
so maybe they did it on the weekends, we just didn't.
Nah, because I've been there on like other days too, like that, because like I go with like other scare actors like way back and like a Thursday, and they were still there, like on the outsides. Like I think it's just because it was a new venue, they just didn't really have that room to kind of play with it, because the other one like had like 2 mansions, and like you can play like and you know do so much. Like before it was 2 mansions, so you went to this.
Creep LA was 2.
Kind of, but that other one thing was just like a waiting room. So picture like instead of Creep LA with a waiting room, there's like characters in there, and you can go in there and have drinks, and the characters are like, oh yeah, don't, if you see Mary, don't let her give you the drink, and if she tells you to go upstairs, don't, you know, and they're giving you like clues and all that stuff, and that was Delusion. The previous years were fire. Like, you know, there was one time it was a cult and they had tents and like, go in here, and you know, like we did one of a seance before, and like there was so much to do before and after. So that to me was like the perfect one, and I hope Delusion brings that back, because you could be there like 30-40 minutes before, interacting, having fun, having drinks before your time, do the thing, come back and interact some more, so you can make it even a longer experience. You can make it, as opposed to a 1-hour experience, you can make it a 2, almost 3-hour experience. Well, Creep LA was a great, and it was like, oh, you did it, okay, see you later, and you're done.
I know, and then you're just like, you're just sending me back into the real world, after experiencing that. Like, what do you mean?
So, and I think that's where Delusions in the past was like much better, because like the previous years had that, you know, the house and get to interact and stuff like that. So Delusions, it's up there. The price is up there, but if you're a horror aficionado and enthusiast, you want to do it. It's worth it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes.
100%. Spend your money on that.
Spend your money on that.
Spend your money on that.
Yeah,
Eat
and
later.
you'd be like $100-something bucks. I'm like, yeah, it's $100 but it's an experience that you're not gonna get anywhere else. If you love horror, it's you're in a horror movie. It is awesome. They pull you. They might put you in a coffin. They might put you like, yes. You know, I told Danny, I'm like, you go there, volunteer.
I thought I was gonna get stabbed at one point.
Yeah.
Remember when that guy came up behind me? I was like,
and he's like, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah. No, but
crazy.
So that's Delusions. And I would say, next. And I would say, like, they're both the pros and the cons. Like, the pros, you're not going to get an experience like that for any of those.
You're not.
No, it's going to be the top notch. I'd say cons, they're just kind of for both. Like, it is pricey, but it is worth it. I would say cons, like, for both of them, they didn't really have a pre-experience or an after experience.
Yeah.
Right? There wasn't, like, it was like, hey, you did it and go back. I would really love it if they did, like Delusions did previous years, where they had the actors before and after. And I'm telling you, like, then you did it, and then you go to, like, the room where the characters talk. Oh, I get it now, because that happened.
Right. It was like a little foreshadowing.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. All right. So we got the immersive ones done. We have
Dark Harbor and Haunted Hayride.
Haunted Hayride and Halloween Horror Nights.
Oh yeah, and Horror Nights.
All right. So we'll save Horror Nights for last. I think a lot of people like Horror Nights. We'll talk about Haunted Hayride.
Haunted Hayride is going to be one of those ones that we will rarely say, go on a weekend.
Yes. Yeah.
We learned our lesson.
And like, well, wouldn't that, it was just, there was way less people than.
There was there was nobody there. There weren't a lot of scare actors.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like.
And I think if it's like on a weekend when it's more full and stuff like that.
So much better.
Yeah.
So much better.
What I like about it, like, it's you're getting, it feels like you're in an episode of Scooby-Doo.
Oh,
yeah. Right?
Yeah.
100%, where you're in a spooky fair. Like, you know, like a haunted fair at night, but it comes to life.
Yeah.
That
but it's like,
is-
it's kind of silly.
Yeah, but like you're getting Scooby-Doo vibes. You
Yeah.
know, like, you know, just like it gives me really haunted carnival vibes and stuff like that. It's just, and the thing is, here's the thing, as she would say, we went to Costco. We got the deal, and the deal is great because it comes from the front of the line, passes all this stuff. We got the deal, which we still saved money, and we got front of the line, but there was not even a line.
There wasn't a line.
There barely was a line.
We got scammed.
So we should have went for Saturday. So when this year when we go, we're gonna go back to Costco.
Yep.
We're gonna get the VIP tickets, and which is very inexpensive.
Yep.
And we're going on a Saturday.
Yep.
On a Saturday, and if it's busy, multi-pass.
Multi-pass. Let's get it.
Multi-pass. Go in the front of the lines. Yeah, multi-pass. And that's like another tip. Like when the Costco's start selling these things, get them. Go to Costco. Costco sells Dark Harbor Pass. Get it.
'em.
Costco sells any of the passes from those things. Get
Get
them. Yeah, because it's a good deal. And we got the VIP, all this kind of stuff, and we're like,
We were so excited.
Yeah.
We were like, walking in,
Yeah.
baby, and we're
Yeah.
like, we don't even need to show you
yeah,
this.
there's no line. Yeah.
no line.
There's no line, so yeah.
We kind of want to wait with them, like.
Yeah, but there was potential for sure because they did have
100%.
they did have unique things in the mazes, like, you know, like doorbells and like, you know, cool little, just more interactive things than the average maze. So yeah, but it was just
We went on the wrong night.
On the wrong night.
And we fully understood that when we got there
Yeah.
because we've been to Haunted Hayride so many times. We know it's a good time. We know
Yeah.
that it's hypey. Like,
Yeah.
we know that it's a lot of fun. We went on the wrong night.
Yep. Yeah. And then we can go talk from that. But like pros, it's a uniquer, fun, you know, just Scooby-Doo vibe
Yeah.
horror night, like horror event, you know. Yeah. And just go on a weekend. Get
And
that
then
Costco pass.
I will say this as another con, and this is just like for only the people who are just like me. If you are sensitive to strobe lights, there are a lot of strobe lights in the houses, so
Yeah.
just be aware to put your head down.
Yes.
I had to put my head down and have this one guide me
Yeah.
quite a few times. I'm not like the strobe lights just make me really, really dizzy,
Yeah.
so I can't really
Yeah.
handle them, but that was the only thing. So just be aware of that. And they also had signs outside
Yeah.
that like
They'll let you know.
that, like,
Yeah, there's strobe
Hey.
and stuff like that.
and,
Yeah.
and I even had to ask a few people like and they're willing to answer the questions about like
Yes.
how much there is and whatnot. So
Yeah, yep. And then go into that, we go to Dark Harbor.
Dark Harbor.
Dark Harbor, awesome. Also gives you the kind of Scooby-Doo vibes, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, because you see the ship and everything like that, but a lot of cool things too with the unique experiences in the bar. You go to the unique bars. Also, which is cool because it's very different. Like, right, so you can get like these coins, and then you go to the maze and you show the coin, and you go to like this unique bar, and they have cool drinks. We went
Kinda
to
like a speakeasy.
a speakeasy within a maze, and we went to one that was like in the bow of the ship, and you could see the water, and it was just genuinely creepy because it was this dark black water, and you could see the propeller of the ship, and like, but super cool. And I think things like that are unique, which I like in the haunt world, you know, where it's not just like, oh, a maze, there's also a secret little thing, a little place you can go and stuff like that. So that's what I liked about it. And we went to the different little bars and stuff like that.
Yeah, and they have like cute little rides.
Yeah.
Too. So they have a little bit of everything. It's not big.
No.
But they have a little bit of everything in a decent amount of space.
Yeah, it's probably
that I think
about-
that they used very well.
Yeah, it's about the same size, I would say, as the Haunted Hayride. You know, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, you know, but then you have the ships, and like when it comes to set design and like atmosphere, the atmosphere is given by the ship. Like when you go in the mazes, like there's barely any, like, you know, there's a few decorations, but the ship itself is just scary as frick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're already
Yeah.
in something that is
Yeah.
notoriously haunted.
Yeah.
So it's like, how much do we really need to dress it up? Like,
Yeah, all right.
Who knows if what you're looking at is real
Yeah.
or fake?
Yeah. No, but and they did have some cool things in the other mazes, like alternate paths. You can go left or right and stuff like that. And that's what I like. that sometimes you don't get that in like those other mazes. Like you don't get a lot of that Not Scary Farm or or HHN. You get like, oh, go left and oh, it ends this way and stuff like that. So yeah.
And they have their own specific characters.
Yeah.
Their own little like kind of story, and they have a fun show.
Yeah.
At the end.
Yeah, I know. That was like a little
fun.
extra. Yeah, but overall, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, And then that leaves us to Halloween Horror Nights, and Halloween Horror Nights is probably the Comic-Con is the most popular Southern California Halloween event.
And unfortunately, slowly turning into my least favorite.
Yeah, and it's.
I said it.
Dang it. and it's not for like for anything that's like, oh well, they're not quality. It's just. It's too popular.
It's too popular.
And that's the thing. We can't say, well, we don't like it because the scares are not there. Or we don't like it because the quality. It's just too many
There's
people.
too many people. There's too many conga lines. There's too much.
Yeah.
And my biggest pet peeve ever is going through a maze and we get stopped in the maze and then you're just standing there and it's awkward for you, it's awkward for the actor.
Yeah.
Who the actor keeps having to hit their trigger or else their supervisor is going to get upset.
Yeah.
And you're just sitting there going,
yeah. Hey, well that's right. Yeah. And then you're just like, yeah.
It's just not comfortable, and
yeah.
there has to be a better system, or we have to start
and
selling less tickets. I don't know.
And I think too, that's like Halloween Horror Nights Orlando did something where there's like the super VIP day, and it's like literally it was like the first day of the event, but they only sell like 5,000 tickets. It's much more expensive.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And I'm like, and I guess. Yeah, like I said, when it comes to Halloween Horror Nights, when it comes to set design, they're literally at the top.
Yeah, 100%.
Their set designs, like they're everything's based off IP. The actors are on point. Everything's just well done. Like now they added like cool areas for drinks and cool other spots. It is just too full. It is just too crowded, and their only detriment is their success.
Yeah.
Which
is crazy to say.
Yeah.
But it just alternates the experience.
Yeah, and like there are things that you can do, and people have like videos, but like number one, the thing that you have to do is you have to get a VIP pass.
Get the VIP pass.
Yeah, like if you're doing one, like if like, well, I have to do Horror Nights because my girlfriend or somebody that wants to you have to get the VIP pass.
Yeah, especially if you're coming out here and you're kind of crunched for time.
Yeah.
And I need to see this maze, this maze, this maze. If you have more than, honestly, I would say that if you have more than 4 must-sees, just get the pass.
Yeah.
Or more than 3 must-sees, just get the pass.
Yeah.
Because even though, it might not make your wallet happy, but you're going to get to see everything guaranteed.
Yeah.
Maybe even 1 or 2 things twice.
Yeah. And also with that too, it kind of like, since you're in the front of the line, sometimes they split it, so they stop it, so you might get less of a conga line. Mm-hmm. It's just like pay. But with that said, like, yeah, it is. Yeah, or you could there's a lot of videos out there. There's like, this is how busy it is. That videos that tell you how to get through the mazes do so well. Like, oh guys, how to go through all the Halloween Horror Nights mazes. Those videos get like thousands of views because you need to have a plan when you go to like Halloween Horror Nights. Okay, we have to buy the early entry, then go to the early entry, then go to the lower lot, then go to the mazes in the lower lot, and this is that, and then once we're done, run up there. And here's the thing, as she would say, a lot of times for a Halloween event, you just want to go and have fun.
You just want to go in.
You don't want to have to go.
You don't want to have to do the math of like, well, we need to be here at this time and that. You get that enough already just going to the theme park itself. Yeah, just going like regular life or like and that's why I like Not Scary Farm and some of those other things, because you're just going and like, hey, let's just go here. Let's just go there. And the lines are like...
Yeah, the lines are like,
20, 25 minutes, like at most 30.
Yeah. And sure, maybe you can go some, like, the best tips we can give you is go, like, very early in the Halloween Horror Nights. Go on the Thursdays. If they have Wednesdays, go on that.
Either that or literally go, like, because I think they go until November, like, 2nd or 3rd. Literally go November 1st or 2nd.
Yeah. I mean, because, like I said, when it comes to quality, they're
Top notch.
Top notch.
Top notch.
But it's just they're suffering from success. You know, when you go see...
What a tragedy.
Yeah, what a tragedy, right? You go and you see, like, how many people, like, go to the lower lot and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean, and that's what I've been liking about, like, the immersive haunts and some of those other haunts. It's just, like, you just go and, like, hey, let's just go here and, hey, do this thing and, like, you know, and you go from back and forth. And when you're in Halloween Horror Nights and you're like, oh, man, let's go here. Like, 2-hour wait.
2-hour wait, yeah.
You know, hour, 30-minute wait. And then it's just, like... With these other ones, you go, oh man, let's hit this thing up. Maybe small 20-30 minute wait, and then you do another one, and you do, and it's just that, you know, more scares kind of like for your buck.
Well, and I don't even know if they have this anymore, but when I lived down in Florida, no, maybe this was when I had Wicked, but I could have sworn that there was like a time where you could get like a Halloween Horror Nights like pass, where it's like, you have a pass where you can go certain nights of the week.
Oh, yeah.
Or you could get like a super VIP for one night. It was like one or the other. And it's like, obviously, get the pass for multiple nights so you can just go, okay, this night I'm going to go check out this maze, this maze, call it a night.
I think so, too. That's like, that's literally what you have to do. Like, Horror Nights offers that, and Not Scary Farm offers that. They both offer like that. But, you know, and it's just like, I think that's what a lot of people do. But... I mean, I don't know what HHN should do. I mean, like, you know, we charge more money and then like people will be mad, but or you know, like they did things like offering more days. Now there's like Wednesdays, you know.
Oh, they're starting early.
They're starting earlier.
Year.
There's a lot more Wednesdays, a lot more Thursdays, and even then it's still. But like, you know, going to Wednesday, and just it's just like I said, like. It's a shame because, like, the weekends are just... Avoid weekends at all costs unless you buy a VIP pass. And then if you do, that's just great. And, like, I think that would just be, like, the best advice is just buy a VIP pass. And then that way you can have fun, like, kind of like these other places and stuff like that. But, pros, I mean, like the actors are on point. The set design is on point. I will say, though, there's a lot of black walls sometimes. I think Halloween Horror Nights needs to work on their transitions between scenes. Oh, yeah.
Big time, big time. That is another...
And that's just an honest critique, and that's like, you know, whatever. It's just, I think they need to work on a lot of their transitions. Because a lot of the times... because you go and you go in the room, and there's like a black wall and stuff like that. And normally, I like that. Like, when you go to a maze and it's pitch black, but I guess for a lot of liability purposes, they can't really do that. I love that. Like, dark stuff is but I think that's one of the cons. The cons is they're suffering from success, crazy amount of lines, so it's tough to do things. But like I said, but
we're still coming back.
We're still coming back. It's not like we will come back and we'll probably go on a Wednesday, you know. So
Wednesday sounds great.
And like. I mean, that's going to be like your Southern California guide. Those are going to be all your mazes. Of course, there's like some in San Diego, which we haven't done, which we might do this year. I know there's SeaWorld and stuff like that. And maybe we'll go do an updated list for this year. We're doing
Midsummer Scream,
so we're going to find out a lot of stuff.
Which, if you don't know what that is, it is a horror convention here in SoCal.
Yes, SoCal.
Long Beach,
and it's probably one of the biggest horror conventions from what I heard. Like, they have mazes and all that cool stuff, and we'll be there. But like, let's say someone's coming from out of state, and we did a review, and they say, what should we do? And we only have one day to do horror stuff. What would Danny's...
I would say if you could fit it all in, like, you need to figure out either Creep LA or Delusion. That has to be on your list. And then you probably need to mix it up with like a Reign of Terror or a Haunted Soiree. Reign of Terror is a great option. Even the problem is that it's out of the way.
Yeah.
But it is a great option because it's only 30 minutes. A walkthrough experience. The whole experience itself might take about an hour.
Yeah, if like with the line or anything like that.
With the line and everything, so you can just like kind of do that quick bing bang boom. And then you need to decide between Creep LA or Delusion. And then if you need to do an amusement park, if you need to, I would probably go with Not Scary Farm.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, no, 100%. Like, if somebody said, Kenny, I'm coming down to Southern California doing something spooky. Like, yeah, like Reign of Terror and like Delusion or like Creep LA is top right there, even though you're going to be kind of like...
you're going to be traveling.
You're going to be traveling. I'd say with like time-wise, yeah, like depending like maybe an like... I would probably do this. I'd probably do... Of like, hey, Kenny, we're doing one thing. I do Creep LA or do Delusions, and then do, if you could find the time, get it a Haunted Soiree. You do like a big spooky crazy experience, and then you go have these drinks and another immersive two immersive haunts. You're not gonna get like the big scares, but you're gonna get something unique.
Yeah.
And then you
That's
go,
so true.
you go with your partner, and then you're having drinks, and you're talking about what you just did before, and you're like, Danny is gonna tell you about
the 17th door. The 17th door holds a very dear place in my heart. A very, very, very dear place. It has not the best reputation because a lot of people think that you are getting in there and you're being tortured. Only a little. Guys, only a little. No, I'm joking. It's just this really, really fun, immersive haunt. It is considered a little bit more of an extreme haunt.
Yes.
Because you, so it's a walkthrough experience. Yes.
If you want to see what it's like, look up I Show Speed. He goes there. I showed Daddy the video of him going through it. That's what it's like.
Some of it was a little exaggerated.
Yeah, but that's Speed.
But
you love him.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. If you don't know what's getting into, yeah, but go on.
He thinks I'm crazy.
No. I might do it one day, maybe.
You can so do it. It's genuinely not that bad at all. It's pretty silly.
All right.
It's pretty silly. But it's a walkthrough experience. It follows this specific storyline, and you go through 17 doors. Imagine.
Right.
But each room is a different experience, and like something different is going to happen to you. Now, are they allowed to touch you? Yes. Are they allowed to
put roaches on you?
Yes. Are they allowed to shock and electrocute you? Yes. Are they allowed to cut your hair? Yes. But all of this is with consent. That's the fun part, is that this place sounds very, very scary, but they respect boundaries, and we love that. So there's a pendant that you can buy for like $5 or something like that. You wear it as like a glowing necklace thing. And that means that you don't want any bugs on you, and you don't want any electrocution or any shocks happening to you. That's what I get every year. And if they call you a name because you bought it, so be it. Yes, I am. But also, they do have a rule there that if there's something happening in the room, like let's say that the hair cutting room, if the guy is coming up to me and he has scissors and he's about to cut my hair, all I have to do is this, and he immediately backs away from me. So they respect boundaries. It is so much fun. Over the years, it's been kind of repetitive. I've been, I want to say like 3 or 4 years, and some of the years were very much the same. This last year that I went, it was kind of different. Some things were the same, some things were different. But it is an extreme haunt. There are extreme things that happen, but it's also a silly, fun time, and it's nothing that people should genuinely be afraid of. It's a really, really good time. 10 out of 10.
Wow.
Yeah, I love it.
Dang. I haven't done it.
You're gonna do it. We'll get you to do it.
Oh gosh.
You'll love it.
Right?
Yeah. You will. You'll love it. I
Yeah.
promise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Road not gonna do it.
Just
Electricity.
Just do some of that.
Yeah, some people got their nether reasons.
My friend, that did happen to him, yeah.
Almost.
And he did cry, yeah.
See? Yeah, that's that's.
Well, that was just like an unfortunate thing that happened at the time. It's not like it was planned. It wasn't like. It's just his body parts were at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yes, but look up iShow Speed going through that, and it's pretty funny.
Guys, comment down below.
Yes.
If Kenny should do 17th door with me.
Mm-hmm.
And if I should vlog it.
Right? Maybe, yeah.
If this video gets to how many likes, you
have
to do 17th
Yeah, and if you made it this
door.
far, god dang, thank you. This video's almost gonna be like an hour.
We're gonna edit it.
Yeah, but it's gonna be like I said, a lot, there's a lot to do in Southern California, and we talked about them. So, if you're coming down here for the first time, yes, also if you're a veteran, this one's for you. But also, this video's for you. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Let us know if you guys have done these, if you plan to come into Southern California, if your state has some awesome spooky things that we should go see, because we want to start expanding past Southern California. So man, I'm from Michigan and we have this, or I'm from Cleveland and we have this, or I'm from
Kansas City. I think has a pretty big haunt
Kansas
scene.
City, or we had some people from Ohio,
Cleveland,
or wherever the witches, Salem, Massachusetts. I had some people from Massachusetts. So let us know where you're from about some of your events, and we should check them out, because we're going to start expanding to other events.
We're going to be going to Midsummer Scream soon, and
Yes.
we'll be trying to figure out what our haunt season is going to look like for
even
2025.
Yeah, and even HH in Orlando is in the works too. Yes. But alright guys, thank you so much. We guys hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe for more stuff, because of Halloween we're going to be going to these and we'll show you videos and be lots of cool stuff. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Peace!